Hi everyone, Fabio here. Today I'm going to show you something really cool, how I can play a tenor saxophone using just my guitar's pickups, thanks to Midi 3 by Jam Origin and this Swam Tenor Sax by Audio Modeling. Midi 3 is still in beta, but it's already much more powerful and accurate than version 2. The tracking feels natural and you can even customize how your guitar translates into MIDI data. The Swam instruments are amazing because they respond to expression and pitch bend in a really organic way thanks to the automatic articulation. I'm using Midi Guitar's Aftertouch to control the expression, which is the sax breath intensity, so dynamics feels alive. These apps are available for Windows, Mac and iOS, iPad and iPhone. MG3 can be tested without purchasing with some brief interruptions in the signal. I should point out that I purchased version 2 for iPad a few years ago and that the upgrade was free and will be free for life, which is great. As for Swam Tenor Saxophone, there is a 2-week trial for the Windows Mac versions, while on iOS devices the app must be purchased. Let's see how this works. So, my signal chain is simple: guitar, audio interface, iPad, where we open the two apps. However, there are 3 ways to interact with them. First, by opening both apps simultaneously standalone. Second, by opening Swam Tenor Sax within Midi 3. And 3, opening both apps in a DAW. I usually use this method and open them inside Loopy Pro, but to simplify, we will see the first method, opening both apps in standalone. I won't explain the whole program to you because it would be too long. Inside MG3 I've created a custom preset for this setup, but I will open a blank template and we will see all the settings to be made from the first to the last and then save it as a preset. Once inside, we select the correct inputs and outputs for our sound card as well as the buffer size. We will do similarly with the other app by setting the buffer size and outputs. We will set the buffer to a low number to minimize latency, but if we start hearing crackles, it means the processor is struggling and we will need to increase this number. Let's open the MIDI Guitar Mini template, which is designed to control external programs. In the chain we have 2 fundamental models, Dynamics and MIDI output, which we will see shortly. Let's leave it like that for a moment and open Tenor Sax. The first thing it will ask us is where to receive the MIDI signal from, and we will tell it to use MIDI Guitar Out. The other is an important warning explaining that to achieve a natural result we must set up a control for the expression parameter. The most common choice would be an expression pedal, but with this version of MIDI Guitar we can set Aftertouch as an expressive controller, saving a possible pedal for an important function that we will see later. Now, the perfect setting doesn't exist. There is the best setting for you, your guitar and your playing. In the meantime, I'll tell you mine, which could be a good starting point to begin. So, this is Midi 3 panel. We have the input gain. You want this high enough for good signal detection. I usually stay around 7 dBs. I put gate at 30. This helps clean up unwanted noises between notes, which could be transformed into unwanted sax notes. But be careful, if it's too high, it will cut your soft notes. If it's too low, you will get false triggers. In the Dynamics panel, we have compression and hold press. I set them to 70. I like adding compression to the MIDI signal when playing the saxophone. It keeps the input consistent and helps MG3 interpret the signal more uniformly. Hold press is essential for the saxophone because if you want to control the expression with the aftertouch, the guitar notes would have an unnatural decay for the saxophone. Hold press solves this problem by extending the life of the note, and this is an exceptional feature. For the tracking mode, I'm using MG3 Expressive mode here and MIDI 1.0 Legacy here. Pitch bend range. Make sure it matches the Swam instrument. In this case for semitones, for bending and also for vibrato control, which I think is what makes this simulation special. In some ways it also acts as a humanizer because it accommodates the imperfect pitch of the guitar, making our sax a little more authentic. Now I want to show you how I bring in that sax growl and really make it bite, like a blues saxophonist might. For this I'm using the Boss EV1WL wireless MIDI expression pedal. I turn on the pedal, which goes into pairing mode. On the Swam Tenor Sax I go to MIDI, Inputs, Bluetooth MIDI and pair the pedal. Now I go back to MIDI, Assign, Growl, Learn and move the pedal to pair. If you have an expression pedal with TRS cable, you could connect it to a MIDI controller which you can then connect via USB or Bluetooth. If you like retro, you can also connect via 5-pin MIDI to the sound card. Okay, we are at the end of this quick tutorial. There is so much more to say about these two programs, and we might delve deeper into them in the coming days. I bought the iPad versions because they cost much less than the PC versions, but Black Friday is coming up soon, and I hope that Audio Modeling and Jam Origin will surprise us with some significant discounts. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions, I'm available in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe for more musical experiments. Bye!